How did you get here? Claire, run. Nemesis, you're not my sis. Chris, you could never. Because I'm Leon Kennedy. You may know me from games Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 4 Remake, Resident Evil 6, and now Requiem. I'm serious. You can tell by my face, you can tell by the gun I hold in my hand, and you can tell by my lovely, luscious hair. I have another Leon that'll be joining me soon, but there's only one Leon, baby.
Hey gamers! Oh yeah, I'm Leon Kennedy. My boy's back in business. Yo! I know that woman. I met that woman in the CVS in Boston.
Come on, we're serious, bitch. This is not
This
is not a laughing matter. DOS has sent me here. There's another outbreak now in Raccoon City. What do you think we should do about this fake Leon?
I say we get our Wesker guns loaded and go to war.
I'm sorry, we can't be serious. But boy, no, for real. Seriously, guys, we are Leon's #1 fans. I mean, like, can't you tell? Like, aren't you excited? Leon's back, our boy.
Oh, my boy. Leon, I got my hair did just to represent you.
Whoa. God damn, you look just like Leon. I mean, without Leon, is it even a Resident Evil game?
No. I need my boy every game. I need the action, I need the guns, and I need that hair.
Oh, wow. I say it's time for us to get serious. Guys, we're not #1 Leon fans. In fact, we'll be right back so we can give y'all what we really feel. Okay, we're back. Looking a little more normal, I hope. And yeah, so I don't know if somehow magically the YouTube algorithm will put me in the algorithm for actual people who game. You know, in case it does, my name's Pierre, aka Nina Bonina Brown. I am from a drag race show. So if you're not comfortable with that, then this is not the channel for you. This is was a fan, kind of slash friend, kind of associate, kind of a has been. His name is Tommy.
Hi, I'm Tommy. I'm the has-been friend. Yeah, and I'm from Ireland, and I draw, and I also do drag. But,
but we're here because we're both gamers.
We're all gamers, yes. First and foremost.
Yes, we love gaming, and so this is what it's about. So for us, we're having Leon Kennedy fatigue. You would agree?
I would agree, but I feel like you have a longer standing with the Resident Evil franchise than I do.
Are you saying because I'm older? Because I'm old? Is that why you're saying that?
That's what you said. It's your words, not mine.
Okay.
But that could be part to it. But anyway, but no, because I kind of came to it during Resident Evil 7 because I just got the VR, the PSVR. I was like, okay, what games am I gonna play? And Resident Evil 7, I was like, I guess I'll try it.
Okay,
and then I got sucked in.
So you didn't start like me, being that I am older, I've been playing since, I always say Atari on up. And so my very first time was like Resident Evil 1. I want to say PlayStation, I think, or one of those. So like for me, I've been playing since the beginning, of Resident Evil. So, right. And in the beginning game, it was no Leon. Rebecca, it was Jill, it was Chris, Albert Wesker, yada, yada, yada.
Murray.
Right, and there was no Leon, so that's fine, right? So I've been, as I said, I've been playing since then, and then I played 2, of course. And have you went back and played any of these games, or not yet, or what?
So yeah, I got into it at 7, and then I played the Resident Evil 2 remake, and I went back and looked at gameplay of the original Resident Evil 2, and then they had Resident Evil 1, the remake, free for a month on PlayStation. So I was like, let's see what it's giving. I actually loved it.
Okay.
Did you like Resident Evil 1 the remake? Did you enjoy it?
I don't want to say I'm biased because there are some Resident Evil games that I don't have to play again. Doesn't mean that I think they're bad, but they're just not, my favorites. For me, the remake was on GameCube, I believe. and I had to turn it off because that was when they actually made the zombies run, and I wasn't used to that, and I actually never ever finished that one. So, but we're getting to the point. We're saying all this just so I can build up to the whole Leon, thing, whatever. So, I had no issue with Leon or any character at all, because they were just characters. The ones that we love is, Chris, Jill, Claire, Leon.
Yeah.
Those like the main.
Ada.
Yeah, Ada. But main characters, I'm saying, like kind of main.
Sorry.
Ada. No, you're fine. Like Ada's like she's a supporting character, but she's still, she's been around.
She's my buddy.
Now, I also want to talk about Resident Evil 6 because everybody hates that game and shits on that game. So I'm just curious really quick. Are you one of the ones who are like, Resident Evil sucks, 6 sucks, throw it in the trash can, or did you actually enjoy the game, or like, am I crazy? Like, what do you think?
I don't think you're crazy. I do think the criticisms are valid.
Really?
We played Resident Evil. I do. I think because we played Resident Evil 6 together, and like, I wasn't scared at any point. And I think, like, when you look at from 6 to 7, and the reason why they made 7, they wanted a return to their roots. And as someone who loved Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 7, I think they definitely did that, like the return to horror.
But did you play? Did you play 3? Sorry, but did you play 3?
I actually didn't. I just watched.
Oh gosh, guys! I thought I was having somebody on here that has knowledge of these games. So 3.
Should I lie and say I did?
No. So 3. A lot of people didn't like that because they thought it was too short and rushed. And
Surprising.
When I get back, but the thing is though, did you really think 2 was that scary and stuff? Like, did you find that one like that scary?
It was Mr. X, but it was just the environment and atmosphere. Like when you're in that police station, bitch, and you enter that first hallway,
right? Dark. Yes.
And the basement with all the dogs.
Right.
You go down in that basement, and the music changes.
Yes.
And then Mr. X. Yeah.
I think Resident Evil always works best for me, in opinion, when it's in a closed environment. Like a house, a mansion, and so I think it works best that way. But I think it was scary when you initially play the game, but then after a while, Mr. X becomes an annoyance. You're just like, just.
After a while, yeah. But I do agree with you about the enclosed spaces, because not to get like off tangent, but like Resident Evil 8, that was kind of one of my issues, where like it was too open, which it served some purpose, but it kind of lost.
Well, hold on, I'll come back to that because I think we had different opinions on that, guys. I know we're all over the place, but trust me, we're gonna get to the main point of this video, which is Leon. We promise we will. 6 to me, their horror part was the story of Leon and Helena. I think theirs were more traditional Resident Evil, like the graveyard, and being in the church and everything. I love 6. I think I'm the only one who can proudly say I stand by Resident Evil 6. I like it because it was co-op. It was multiple stories that tied in. It had Sherry, and it was good to see Sherry and like where she is now, and
good action.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I do agree that it was a lot of action. But my point is that so was Resident Evil 5. And I don't see a lot of people talking about how that game was so much. But have you played that one or no? Honestly.
Honestly, no.
Yeah, oh god.
I've got just watch gameplay of these ones.
We got to try to play it, but that one was literally Chris was beating down a boulder with his hands, like like literally, and everything, and. But what I liked about it was that it had co-op again. Like you had Shiva, you could play as Shiva and him. So like I did like that. But Resident Evil 5 to me was a lot of action. And you played 4, right?
I played 4, yeah.
The original or the remake or both?
A bit of the original, all of the remake.
Okay. Did you find 4 scary?
Oh, that's a good question. Honestly,
or more action.
For the most part. Sorry.
No, or more action. Like what did you think? Like in that game, a balance.
I think it was more. There was scary parts, but it was more action.
Thank you. Okay, so why? Okay, so why doesn't Resident Evil 4 get the same hate for too much action or so like 6? Or do you think 6 is 6? Because Leon's in it. Exactly. Leading to our hate for Leon. It's like we don't hate him, but y'all are making people like, or making us for sure be like, okay,
fatigued.
Fatigued. We're tired of Leon. So, but I'm just saying that if y'all can say that 6 is too much action and everything, then so is 5 and so is 4. Like you said, 4 does have scary moments. Like it does have moments
Mm-hmm.
that's like creepy. Like especially like with like playing as Ashley and you're just defenseless
Mm-hmm.
going like in that dark with all the
That's what I'm
knights and
thinking
all
of.
that. Yeah. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it is creepy, but so yeah, leading us until Leon. Are you excited for Resident Evil Requiem?
Yes, but I won't lie, the addition of Leon has made me less excited.
Okay, and just could you explain why to people out here who might be Leon like number one supporters and everything?
Okay, so for me, I love the horror aspect of Resident Evil. It does it so good. Why I loved Resident Evil 7 was because it wiped the slate clean. Like, new disease, new main character. Who is Ethan Winters? We don't know. He's defenseless. He's just an ordinary guy. And that immerses you within the character more. So you feel his fear because he is scared. He doesn't know what's going on. And you're scared with him.
It felt more human. Like it felt like it
Yeah.
was like us. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you're playing as Leon, Leon is trained. He's trained with firearms. Like it gives you confidence when you're playing him because you know like the character itself. He's like, girl, I've seen this shit before. This ain't nothing new.
Right.
So even though you might be a bit scared in the beginning, you're dealing with a character who knows his stuff. So it
Right.
gives you a bit of like bravado. So when Requiem came out, I was so excited because I was like, Grace, who is Grace? She's defenseless, and her acting in those scenes, those cut scenes where she's like really screaming, you
Right.
feel her fear.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, we're getting in Resident Evil 7, we're
Right.
getting a fresh experience.
Right.
Like, I was so excited, and then who comes into the frame?
Leon.
Leon Kennedy. And then these monsters in the trailer, they're like this big.
Yeah,
Really,
yeah.
You watched the trailer, right? Yeah.
I watched the
Like
trailer, but
this.
I haven't watched the last 15-minute gameplay. 'Cause I'm trying to not be too spoiled with what's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right for that.
Yeah.
But essentially, you're seeing these like horrifying monsters.
Yeah.
And then you're seeing then Grace being scared, and then the next scene is Leon going, boom, boom,
Right, right.
roundhouse kicking them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, should I be scared of them or should I
Right.
not?
Yeah.
Because the best way I can describe it is in Resident Evil 8, you know the baby scene?
Yeah.
The baby
Yes.
is crawling towards you. Imagine then there's a clip or there's a scene next of like you're able to kill that baby monster. It takes away the scare factor.
It does.
That like these things can be like defeated. So that's why I'm not happy to see them.
So I want to go. So going back to what we said earlier, just really quick, go back to 7. 7 worked.
Mhm.
It worked because closed space like that. It was just awesome. I mean, like, but to be fair though, people could say, well, Resident Evil 7 was nothing like the Resident Evil that we know. You know, going from like 1 and up, whatever, like because it was a big, gigantic leap to like just straight up horror.
Departure.
Yeah, like there are people that literally, I've heard that Capcom literally didn't make this Requiem as scary as they could because people were complaining that 7 was too scary. And I'm like, isn't that
That's childish.
right? It's a horror game. Like it's supposed to be scary. Like I mean, because like I really thought they were giving Silent Hill a run for their money, you know. But
They were.
yeah, like maybe we should do separate videos one day, separate videos of these each games, and like
We should.
talk more in depth of them, of like what we feel about them because it could take all day doing this, right? But
Honestly,
yeah,
yeah.
but 7. Awesome. Anyway, sorry
I
y'all.
loved it.
We will do if y'all want more in depth of like these certain games. Let us know and we will do it. Promise. Okay. Back to what we're saying. Okay, so Requiem when it was coming out, I was truly and I'm still excited, but I was really excited. I was like because knowing that the guy that directed or made 7 was back for this project, I was like, oh, we're going back to being scared. And then it's people started complaining. Literally the comments were like after they got that first demo with Grace and the big tall lady that they were showing, everybody was like, "Oh my god, is this how the game is? Like the whole game, we're going to just be walking around scared and stuff." It's like, what Resident Evil game
Girl,
has
shut
ever?
up.
What Resident Evil game has ever just been one thing like that? like no, like it's called character development. Like of course, towards the end, she's going to be a badass.
Yeah, look, these people are like, did you play 7?
Right.
Like, Ethan starts off like that, and then by the end, he's got machine guns and shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's like taking down the molded.
Yeah.
Like, clearly, she's going to develop and have
Yes.
a character arc. But in the beginning, she's going to be Yeah, frightened.
Yeah.
And what's wrong with having like a survival horror, like I'm scared, bitch? Like, what's wrong with having that in the game? What's
Nothing.
wrong with having that?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like y'all say something is too much action, but then
Mm-hmm.
when it's too much scared, it's too much of that. So I
Mm.
think that's why they're trying to have this balance of like, allegedly her portions are supposed to be like 7, even though to me it looks more like 2, and his will be more like, even though people say 6, I see more so Resident Evil 4.
4.
Right. See,
It's
it's like
4.
I think people want to like so bad say 6, action, but it's like no, it looks more like 4, which had a lot of action as well. So it's like I,
It does.
yeah, I don't know if people are just in denial or what's going on, but that's what's and then when they finally came out with the Leon gameplay, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, okay, like he's grabbing chainsaws, he's round, he's like, I mean, like it looks amazing, like all the action and everything,
It does.
but I'm just like, but now everybody's forgetting about Leon. I mean, about Grace, because
Right.
people literally in the comments saying, "Oh, forget Grace's parts. I just want Leon." Now I pre-order. Now I pre-order. Like I pre-ordered literally the very first demo and trailer I saw of Grace.
And that's the thing. I feel like now, like, okay, they came back with 7 as a fresh experience, and what really sold that game was the fact that they hadn't made a game for years. This is its first person. Like, that's what sold the game. But I feel like then for the next few titles, especially with the remakes, because the remakes are really popular, they
Right.
started seeing money in Mr. Leon, like a lot of money, and they feel the need
And that's
to
the
keep bringing him back.
yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people's first experience playing Resident Evil was Resident Evil 4. And so, of course,
Mm,
they all know
yeah.
it's only Leon. But I think if people have been playing since the beginning, they might not be so like, Leon, 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 I praise you. Like,
Mhm.
and really quick, just for the gays out there and the girls who think that Leon is a daddy. First off, no daddies have Ellen DeGeneres swoop bang hairstyle. Second, the daddy of Resident Evil is Chris. Like, if we're going with daddy, that's Chris. I mean, do you agree, or am I wrong about that, or what?
You're gonna curse me out, specifically Resident Evil 7, Chris.
Ew, yeah, no, 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 no. Yeah, me and him don't agree with that one. No. Resident Evil 7, Chris gives Austin Wolf. No. Austin,
Love that. Love this.
Chris in 5. Have you ever seen his DLC outfit in 5?
Hmm.
Okay, and in 8, I'm sorry, in Village he was hot. Anyway, sorry, we're done gaying out. We don't want to scare the straights off.
No, Leon's hot. Like, I'm not gonna lie, he's hot. Leon's
I
hot.
mean, but I'm like he's okay. I'm just like, calm down, y'all. But really, just being speaking of gender and gay thing, just really quick. Do you think we are so appreciative of female leads because we are part of the LGBT community, or and that men that don't want to play with a female because they can't relate to her is because they don't like women like that. They want to always play as some hard faced white guy.
That is true. Like, when games are a very immersive experience, and part of the selling point is being able to play as someone who you see yourself in, who you feel empowered by, and like obviously not for all gays, but for us, femininity, like we do drag, things like that. Like we see power in that.
Right.
We idolize those women. Those women inspire us,
Right.
inspire in our artistry and how we act, etc. And so being able to play as that, like it is part of the appeal.
Right.
And then on the opposite side of that, the guys, they want to be like, oh, it's
Right.
not like they want to feel that bravado
Right.
when they play. So they pick like those masculine characters.
Right.
So it definitely is like a part to it.
I think so too.
100%.
Yeah, but women can be just as masculine and just as hard kicking ass. Like I know a lot of people hate the Resident Evil movies, but Mila Jovovich, I think she like kills it. Like she's very action. I mean, she's kicking ass and everything. And so for me, even like Claire and Jill and them, I think they're badasses. Just for me.
But even other games like Tomb Raider,
Yeah.
to get sidelined.
Yeah.
Games are always thinking of their male audience.
Yeah.
Because that's where they think the money is. That's where the money is tonight.
Yeah.
And so, like, if they want to have like a badass female lead, like look at Lara Croft in the original Tomb Raider.
Right.
They have to give her curves.
I'll give you again. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah,
chest,
yeah.
and make her so that if they're playing as her, they can be like, "Oh, I'm playing as a girl, but she's hot."
Yeah. See, we need to have more. See, I feel like we're so like it's like we're getting so like we're doing different all these sidetracks things, but y'all, it all ties in.
It's
But yeah,
relevant.
but it's true. It's like men don't complain because even with Grace, they were like, somebody's comment was like, she's shaped like a 12-year-old boy. First off, why are you staring at 12-year-old boys? That's the first thing.
Exactly.
And secondly, she is not. She looks gorgeous. I think Grace is gorgeous. Yeah, like,
But I said that. Sorry to cut you off.
No.
I said the same thing about Horizon Zero
Yeah.
Dawn. The main character in there, they're like, she's ugly,
right.
and so they didn't want to play as her. I'm like, you people are like, the dissonance
Yes.
is crazy. Like, you need to, like, I feel sorry for you.
I do too.
Just think the way you
But now it's a big game, though.
Really?
They are playing it because it's a big game. Like, one of Sony's biggest games.
And you know, these people who are making these comments are looking like how we looked at the beginning of this video. All hot-bellied and we're like, she's not hot. Where's our tits? Like that's it.
And in reality, if these girls were real, they wouldn't even want you anyway. Let's be honest. And
Exactly.
that's just like, like, because we're on this point that still ties into Leon and stuff. For example, people love Stellar Blade only because the girl is like, her boob physics move everywhere. She is hot, just like Dead or Alive. I love Dead or Alive fighting game, but men only play it because the girls, like, they literally can breathe and their breasts just wiggle for no reason at all. And so men like that. And so somebody like Grace, who just looks like a everyday girl, like she's just she had her Austin, her bob, and she just look, she's very cute. And so I think she's adorable. And the point is that every character should not start off super strong. Let her story build. So, like, if she is timid and of everything, wouldn't you be in a situation where you're seeing all kind of crazy zombies and things? Like, you'll be scared as hell, no matter how hard you try to act online. Oh, and sorry, I meant to go back. I meant to say just to prove a point. Naughty Dog, the ones that make The Last of Us and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. They're making a new game called Intergalactica, I think, and the girl. Have you seen the girl that's playing Jade in the upcoming Mortal Kombat movie?
I haven't. I'm sorry.
We should look her up though. She's doing a lot of things now. Yeah. But she has a short haircut, like a fade, like a boy low haircut, and that's how she looks in Intergalactic. And people are like, "Oh God, she's a lesbian," But if she had like big gigantic boobs and they'll be like, "Oh yes, Naughty Dog, you won." But anyway, have you took the time to watch the gameplay and stuff at all for the game?
Mm-hmm. So the trailer you didn't watch, I did watch, and I kind of wish I didn't watch it because it does spoil a lot of like cool moments that I wish I could experience firsthand. They were praising it. They were saying that the switch between Grace and Leon works really well.
Right.
They found the scary moments to be scary and the action moments to be very, really impactful.
Right.
Like you said, like Resident Evil 4, but even up a notch. So they had nothing but nice things to say. So I'm still like excited for it, and that gives me a bit more confidence.
But from your own opinion, though, from you looking at Grace, because for me, maybe once we get it in front of our face, and we're not watching it on YouTube or anything, and we're playing it, and we're like in it, right? Especially, I wish they had VR at first drop. They're not though. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna wait until like fall or something. Yeah, and then make more sales and be like, no, now come to VR too. But just to have that first experience, because like playing those y'all that have never, and VR's not for everybody, I get, but those y'all that have never played Resident Evil 7 in VR.
It's genuinely I still hold it as the best gaming experience I've ever had of all time, and I really mean that.
Yeah,
because I played it fresh in VR, and just oh my god, I still think, not to get sidetracked, just like quickly, just like. When you're about to go into the basement.
Yeah, that first
time you look down those stairs and you're bitch, and then the only other option is to go out back in the hall, but Jack's running around upstairs, and you're just trapped in that cold hall, and you hear the wind howling. It's so.
And Mia's coming up the stairs like the damn Rain Girl, like that, and she grabs you and you're face to face in VR. That was horrifying. I really wish that Sony, if you're listening, Capcom, please remaster it for PSVR 2. I don't know why they haven't done it yet. Please. It would be. So anyway, if we could have that experience of playing Requiem in the first time in VR, it might be really scary. But for some reason, I'm not getting that same feeling that I got from watching Resident Evil 7 trailers. Like, I don't feel like the horror that I was feeling or seeing. And then, like, maybe, I don't know if it's because they're in the hospital. I don't know if it's the clips they're showing.
I actually think the environment is a huge part for me. I wasn't excited by the environment. On paper, a hospital is
Yeah.
like a really good environment, and maybe it'll prove me
Yeah.
wrong. But like when you see Resident Evil 7, like a house, a mansion in the middle of nowhere in the bayou.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 8, this like Romanian village.
Right.
Like 9 kind of looked like environments we've seen before. Like it reminded me of Resident Evil 2.
Right.
Or like
Uh-huh.
kind of end part of Resident Evil 4, like those buildings. It
Yeah.
looked like an end game location, like just a random building.
Right.
It didn't really have like a ton of personality.
From what I did see though, 'cause I was, so it's very detailed. Like the
It is
rooms,
really
everything are
good.
detailed and everything. What I appreciated that they have different kind of zombies. The zombies seem to have feelings. I think some of the zombies look like they're actually crying.
Personality.
Some of the zombies are remembering what they used to do before they became a zombie. There's a singing zombie that I guess used to be a singer, and she will sing and like throw you off track and everything. So, you know, Grace's side is more so she doesn't really know how to. She doesn't have many guns or anything. So her side, of course, it's almost like it's going to be scary because you're limited with items.
Yeah, like
But
your only option is to run.
but if she had items, would it be scary? Like are we depending on the environment or are we depending on
So
her limitless? I don't know.
the trailer basically explained that like when you're playing as Grace, you do have like a little pistol with like limited ammo, so you're not like completely defenseless.
Right.
But for the most part, you have to figure out like how to sneak your way past certain situations
Yeah.
and things like that. But then Leon's is like, you know,
Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah. So they said it is scary. It depends on how they do it. Like if it is like our first introduction, let's say like the monsters, like
Yeah.
those scary ones we see in the trailer. If our first time seeing them is as Grace,
Yeah.
that's
It
the
will
best
be-
way to do it.
Yeah.
Because then we're feeling that fear. And then if you want to bring in Leon then to like defeat them,
Yeah.
okay, cool. But if it's like for meeting them the first time and Leon, and then we see them as Grace, I don't think that'll work.
No. And also, we don't even know if like all they are showing is this one area, even though he has a Porsche and he's driving around. So there has to be other areas in
I
the
hate that.
It has to be other areas in the game though that we are going to, and they're just focusing on this for now, right? The hospital area, whatever, right? So, oh my God, I feel like we are just so like sidetracked with everything.
Not really.
I mean,
It's just
yeah,
a conversation.
because it makes me wonder when they made the game. Were they really thinking about making a game with just a Grace, or was it? Because the rumors was originally that it was supposed to just be, I think, Leon. I think honestly, and like some kind of open world game, and they wanted him to be scared, but then they realized like he wouldn't be scared. You know, he's and not. Here's the thing. I feel like playing with Leon, there still will be parts that will throw us off. Like, oh, you know, even though we have a gun, it'll still be parts of that, right? But like. I feel like, did y'all really intentionally? Did y'all ever have intentions of like making Grace the main character, or was she just a side thought? Because now it feels like a side thought. Honestly, I mean, I don't.
I hope she's not a side thought, and that's a good point because like when they have like brought back a character like in Resident Evil 8, when you have the Chris Redfield section,
Yeah,
I didn't hate that.
yeah.
I mean,
It was small.
but like, yeah, it was small, and
Yeah.
it was like a cute little fan moment.
Yeah.
it was cute.
Yeah,
But I hope they don't let Leon overshadow Grace because one of
He
the
already has.
best parts of I know this is so annoying because the best part of Resident Evil 7 was falling in love. Well, like falling in love, like
Right.
getting to know Ethan Winters and a new character,
Right.
a new story, and Mia and Carrie
Right.
with that and that little plot line. So I want to like have Grace, let Grace have her moment.
Right.
I want to fall in love with Grace.
Right.
And see what this character's about. 'Cause
Right.
We know Leon.
yeah,
We know.
yeah.
Like, we know what he's about. Like,
Yeah.
what more?
People are saying that it's allegedly, well, they're not sure, but allegedly it's supposed to be like, I'm assuming 50-50. When I wish
Yeah.
it was more like
70-30.
Yeah,
Same.
something like that.
Because again, the gameplay trailer, the person in it praised it. They said that it was a great balance.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna trust them because, look, at the end of the day, there's Capcom. They produce sickening stuff.
Right.
Like
Right.
I have full faith in them. Even though I may have like nitpicks, and I'm like, oh, I preferred 7 to 8.
Right.
8 is still a great game. I still love 8. It's fantastic.
thanks for saying that. No, because everyone's saying like these people that are complaining about everything. It's like, are y'all even Resident Evil fans or are y'all Leon fans? Because like if you're a Resident Evil fan, then you're going to just appreciate what they're doing. Nothing that we have to accept garbage, but they haven't really ever gave us garbage. You know, like it's like you may not like 6, you may not like, but it doesn't mean it's a bad game. it
It's
just
not my
wasn't it
game.
just wasn't your type because it was too much action. So it's like
Hmm.
all this complaining that people are doing, like, oh my god, like, oh, we don't want to be scared all the time. Ooh. It's like it's just making me not like Leon. And
It is.
I never had an issue with Leon until now.
My thing is like when you keep shoving interfaces, you're gonna make us sick of it. Especially when you have like a great roster of characters.
Right.
Why couldn't you pull someone else we haven't seen in a while?
Right. Yeah.
Like someone like this. We have so many great characters who are like could fill in that role.
Yeah. Because
Why not?
Leon was a part of Raccoon City, but so was Claire,
Mm-hmm.
and so was Jill, and
Bring Claire back.
it would have been amazing to have just I know y'all hate to hear this, guys, but an all
All female.
female. Yeah, like it could have been Grace and then Jill or something like that, and Ada, and they could have been, but the thing is though, with Leon, there's always an Ada. It seems like,
That's actually make me so mad because that would be sickening.
yeah,
Claire
yeah,
and Grace, that would be sickening.
it
Bitch.
would,
Like girl power, bitch. Girl
yeah.
camaraderie.
The only thing that
Like
gets
crazy
me,
talent.
the only thing that gets me a little like, okay, maybe is that Sherry is supposed to be in the game. They think people are thinking that it's Sherry's voice in the game. So I'm like, okay, it'd be good to see her. Ada, it'd be good to see her, but it's sad that Ada is always dependent on Leon as far as like to be
Mm,
brought into a game. Like, she should have her own game by now. But
she should.
once again, it's Leon, 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 Leon. So the other thing that could make Leon for me, okay, like cool in the game, besides his fighting and everything, is if the rumors may be true that he's Grace's father somehow. Like I'll be like, oh, that's cute little send off, kind of thing. But anyway, would you be sad or mad if Leon was to actually die in this game? Because that's another rumor.
I don't. It depends on how they take me to that moment. If that moment happens, like
Right.
the emotions they build up. But just like on paper now, no. I mean, it is a little sad.
But I feel like you wouldn't have said that until all this Leon madness that's been circling the internet.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like if this was like 2 games from now, and you made us wait to see Leon, like you made us wait.
Right.
We just saw him.
And 4.
I know it was a remake.
Yeah, but still.
Some people may argue, well, the other ones were just remakes.
They say that.
Technically still
No, they
haven't
do
seen
say
his
that. They do say
story.
that. They say technically we haven't seen him since 2. I'm like,
Yeah. No. I'm like, like I know you're saying storyline wise,
Right.
we haven't seen him in a while, but like everyone played the remake.
yes.
Everyone was refreshing them, and we got 2 games with. Shut up.
Yeah, it's too
I'm not
much.
buying it.
It's
I'm
too,
not buying that. I'm not
it's
buying
too
that.
much. I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel like they could have waited and gapped it a little bit because,
If they gapped it, like again, maybe not 2 games, maybe like another game, like in Resident Evil 10,
right.
they brought him back,
Yeah,
and he died in that game. I would be sad, yeah. I'd be like, oh my god, wow,
right,
wow, we finally saw him back, and
right,
that was a really powerful story. And,
right,
Leon, we have history, and he's gone.
right.
So I would be sad, yeah. But right now, no.
Me either. But I mean, of course, it'd be a little like, oh, one of the legacy characters, are gone. Like, like one of them are gone.
Yeah.
But it's like the good riddance, so these fans can move on. Because that's the issue. I feel like I know you were saying that 8 was doing too much, but like I was glad, even though I was like, how the hell did we go from zombies to werewolves and vampire bitches? Like how did we? But I was glad that
Giant
that
fish.
Capcom was being creative and trying a new creative thing. And I feel like they're scared to be creative because the fans keep holding them back with like, we don't want that, we don't like that, we must have Leon, and they don't. They're scared to just branch out and just be creative. And so that's why I'm like, if he did die, I'm like, thank God. So now they could probably like take a chance and be different.
In my opinion, because Resident Evil 4 remake was so successful, and you always see fan edits and conversations around Leon and Ashley.
Right.
I feel like what they're trying to do with Leon and Grace is recreate Leon and Ashley at that dynamic. I think they're trying to kind of heat that back up again,
Right.
warm that up,
Okay, it's a good thought.
and have. Yeah, I'm curious. Like, is that kind of where they're thinking? Like, yeah, the fans will love that, because that was a cute element.
Yeah.
Leon and Ashley.
Even though Ashley was annoying.
So
She was annoying.
I wonder if they're trying to like do something like that again.
Beyond Leon, I'm still excited for the game. I was
So excited.
I already pre-ordered it when it very first went on pre-orders. Like I didn't have to see a Leon. I just needed to see a Resident Evil game. Like, okay, cool, and I pre-ordered it. I'm excited. graphic wise, I'm not too sure yet. I'm like, because each time a game comes out, it's supposed to be better than the next. But once again, I have to see it on my own system. Like, I have a PS5
Yeah.
Pro, and I have to see it on my TV, and be like, okay. And then I just hope. I want to be scared. I want to feel the uneasiness that I felt in 7. I want to really be like scared to go around the corner thinking that Jack's gonna bust through a wall. I want to feel scared. And Leon, this is not personal. It's not personal. It's your fans. They have drove me crazy.
Leon, if you're watching.
Right. If you're watching Leon Kennedy, look, it's not personal. It's just, I'm quite sure that it's going to be very liberating when we're frustrated and annoyed with Grace's parts because, like, we ran out of inventory. We got turmeric around, and it feels so good to go back to those areas as Leon and knock out every zombie that was working our nerves and killing us. So it's going to be good.
That's the thing. Like, you need that balance. Like, if you're constantly just being put through misery and scared, you're not going to want to play. It's going to be too insufferable. Like, you need moments of like...
You say that, but yet we went through that in Madison and we kept playing for coins.
But did we enjoy it, bitch?
Sorry, Madison is another VR game that is up there with Resident Evil, but it may even be scarier. No, actually, it is scarier, I think. But I think it's scarier.
It is?
Yeah.
It is scary, but...
Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Trauma.
Yeah, trauma. Yeah, sorry, we're traumatized. Go ahead.
You need moments of tension relief to build that tension back up and be scared again. Like,
right.
You see that in horror movies all the time. Like, I was going to say weapons, but you didn't like weapons.
No, I didn't dislike weapons. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did. But anyway, yeah, like in weapons, like it had like moments of like a bit of comedy, bit of relief, and then when you get into the scary moments, it's like whiplash. It's like, oh shit, what happened? Oh shit.
Right.
So like, it's a fine line. You have to do it really right. And the review said they did it right.
Right.
So I'm gonna put faith in them.
Okay.
But in general, I just wish they picked a different character. I think they could have told the same story with a different character. But we'll see. Like you said, maybe there's a cute tie-in.
Right.
Leon, this is a send-off. Who knows?
Right.
We'll see what it's giving. But personally, when I saw Leon back, I'm like...
Same. It dimmed my 1,000% excitement to like maybe 990 probably. I mean, it knocked it down. No, I mean, it knocked it down. It did knock down. It did. Even though every day I'm checking the internet, like, be a demo, please be a demo, please be a demo. But like, but I was really like excited until all the Leon. I was hoping Capcom was gonna piss people off and be like, we told y'all no Leon. I was really hoping for that, but it didn't happen. Mm-hmm. But anyway, in our final words, like my final thing is like, guys, like what you like. We like what we like. We're all trying to be respectful of each other. I love 6. A lot of y'all hate 6. I like Leon. I do. But I feel like he's being over talked about, and Grace is being kind of pushed to the side,
overshadowed.
Yeah.
But I guess to play devil's advocate in their defense, people are going to talk about Leon because they know Leon, but like we don't know a lot about Grace yet. So it's like, you don't watch Star Wars, do you?
No. Star Wars. It's for nerds.
Well, basically, they came out with like, I love the series, and it was like Anakin Skywalker was in it. Like the Skywalkers, like the big names.
Yeah.
And then there was this like side character. Her name was Ahsoka, and then she ended up becoming the most popular character throughout all the seasons.
Right.
And now she has her own show.
Right.
So maybe at the end of this, we'll get to really like Grace will be talked about, and loved, and adored. But as of right now, people are going into it like, who's Grace? There's my boy Leon. Hey.
Right. Right. Even the people that I was seeing saying that Grace's parts were like, whatever. Now, being that they've played the other demo, they're like, Grace's parts is actually good. Don't sleep on it. It's actually good. So it's like, see, it's so wish-washy. It's like, now it's good.
But
okay.
It's so wish-washy. And I was like, what made these people think that? Like, I don't, like, they didn't think this way about 7.
Right. They didn't.
Getting announced.
No.
So why?
No.
They were excited for that.
No.
I think it is a bit of like, not to like throw out late terms, but like a little bit of misogyny.
It is.
A little bit.
It is.
I think it is.
It is. I hate to say it, but it is. Because even like
for some people,
the Rose thing, people didn't like Rose, but they were like, or they're tired of Ethan Winters and everything. They like Rose. I'm like, but I thought now speaking of gorgeousness, I think Rose was really gorgeous. I mean, like she was really pretty.
Oh, she's so pretty.
Yeah, and I hope. Could you imagine if? But the timeline though, in this timeline, I think Rose would have been a child or a baby around this time, I believe. But imagine if they were on the same timeline and Rose came to the game to help her out. That would have been two blonde bitches just going. Just would have been good.
That'd be sick.
I wish.
I think they're saving Rose for 10.
Or something.
Saving Rose for 10.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Well, any final things you want to say? Like you're saying that you're playing the game day one. Like, is there anything else you want to say about it at all to anybody, or you said it all?
Not really. Like, just to make it clear, I'm so excited for this game. You know, I may have my little like nitpicks, but that's just because the Capcom just fucking sorry to swear. Capcom nails it every time.
Right.
I still love Resident Evil 8, and even though I may not like 3, 5,
Right.
6 as much, I still think they're great games.
Right.
But you know what I love in Resident Evil is the horror. 1 did that for me. 2 did that for me. 4 did it in parts.
Right.
8 did it in parts, and 7 nailed it.
Right.
So I was excited for this game because 9 was giving 7, and I'm like, yes, give it to me. So then
Right.
seeing Leon was like, we'll see what it's giving. But I'm so
It went from
excited.
7. It went from 7 to 4 and 2. The games, yeah. Well, guys, I know we were all over the place, but you know, we just it's just like I was hoping it was gonna be a shorter video, but I think it's kind of longer now. So we'll just see how this goes. But yeah, stay tuned, y'all. For I definitely will be playing Resident Evil Requiem day one. I hope and on live streaming, and I hope that they surprise us. And Grace has some really scary moments and a lot of moments, and that we appreciate, and we will appreciate Leon. We're not gonna be sitting there playing the game like, oh, Leon, we hate you.
I like Leon.
Yeah, like, it's not gonna be that. It's just that we just want to show y'all that the game can be great even without Leon. It can be, but Leon's back, so it's what it is. Yeah, so thank y'all for watching, and thank you, Tommy, for doing this video. Thank you for doing the video.
No worries. Thank you so much for having me.
Yep.
Always a pleasure to talk about one of my favorite games.
Give us a cheesy one-liner that you think Leon would say.
Oh, girl. Cheesy one-liner.
He wouldn't say, oh, girl.
You put me on the spot, bitch.
Wait.
Grace, my bang's okay?
That was good, actually. That was good, actually. I thought he would say that.
I slipped up. Grace, are my bangs okay?
On that note, we're signing out. Everybody.
Come on, bitch.
Oh shoot, I don't have one. Do I look upset to you? On that note, we're gone. Bye, y'all. Oh, sorry. Wait. We're not doing that. It's great men watching. Yo, peace out. Keep gaming, bros.